Hello and welcome back to Friday Night Magic here on StephenPlays. Today we are jumping into the third mission of Aether Revolt, which is Chandra, presumably. I think that Chandra just pissed, but I guess we'll find out soon enough. From outside the Aether Hub comes the taunting voice of the Consulate's Chief Inspector, Baral. He challenges Chandra to combat, counting on her reckless nature to lure out the impulsive pyromancer and split the renegade forces. Who you calling reckless? How do you know that's how I play magic? How do you know I forget which creatures are vigilant? Because I'm so focused on other mechanics. You don't know me, Baral. You know nothing. Let's jump in. Chandra versus Baral. I actually get to play as fart. Alright. So I'm playing against Chandra. And she's going to be reckless. Let's see what we got. Spire Patrol, a 3/2 human soldier flying creature. When it enters the battlefield, tap target creature and opponent controls. That creature doesn't untap during its controller's next untap step. Seems good. Cloud Blazer, a 2/2 flyer. A lot of flyers. When Cloud Blazer enters the battlefield, you gain 2 life, draw 2 cards. Also good. Implement of Improvement. It's an artifact for 1. Pay 1, sacrifice it to gain 2 life. When it's put into a graveyard from the battlefield, you get to draw a card as well. Peace Walker Colossus. A 6/6 vehicle. It crews for 4. Pay 2. Another target vehicle you control becomes an artifact creature until end of turn. Ether Meltdown. It's an aura enchantment. You can enchant creature or vehicle. When it enters the battlefield, you get 2 energy counters, and enchanted permanent gets -4/-0. Baral's Expertise. Return up to 3 target artifacts and or creatures to their owner's hands. You may cast a card with converted mana cost 4 or less from your hand without paying its mana cost. Reverse Engineer. Improvise. Your artifacts can help cast this spell, which we've seen before. You can draw 3 cards. That's great and all. Wouldn't it be nice if I had land? There's something. Alright, so we've got 2 islands. We've got a meandering river. Trusting Companion, I believe we're going to be keeping this hand, so let's get real familiar with this stuff. This is a 3/2 Vigilant Hyena, because God knows I forget that creatures are vigilant. It can attack alone, however, so that's kind of a problem. There's a vehicle, the Consulate Dreadnought, which is a pretty scary vehicle, considering it comes in for 1, needs 6 to crew, and it's a 7/11. Well, not a floating 7/11. You know what I mean. Baral's Expertise once again. Reverse Engineer once again. And that's it. Now, that's not the best hand. It's really not. We have 1 creature who can't even attack because he has to be with someone else. But he is half of the crew cost for the vehicle, and that's not terrible. Right? Keep hand. This is going to be dangerous. Let's see. Enters the battlefield tapped. I don't have anything I can play for 1. I can play that. I'm going to go ahead and get this in. I know it's telling me to play the island, but I don't really have anything to play for 1 besides the Consulate Dreadnought, and that's not going to do me any good right now anyway. Alright, Chandra. Let's see just how reckless you are. Implement of Combustion. Pay 1 when it is put in the graveyard from the battlefield, draw a card, and it deals 1 damage to target player. So you've got all these different implements because we already saw 1 for our colors, and now there's 1 for red as well. And that was target player, not target creature, right? Yeah, okay. So that makes me feel better. At least they can't kill off my dudes. There's another creature, which is fantastic. Also, 5/6 of the way to the crew cost, which is nice. Let's put in the island. Sure. So now I have a way to block the creatures that aren't there. So that's something. I'm just going to have that chill. Next turn, probably get in the Dreadnought. And I'm going to have to start getting some more land. There's 1. That makes me feel good. Plains goes in. Dreadnought goes in. Okay, not bad. Not bad. This creature can't attack alone. Then why is it letting me do it? It's not. Okay. Because I do this and it's like an ability is preventing this. Well then, don't even let me choose it. Stop playing with my heart, game. They went ahead and cracked the combustion artifact to do 1 damage to me. Fine by me. They also get to draw a card off of that. That was on my end step. Now on their main, they're playing a land and doing what? You got 3 lands. Something's coming. It's a Whirler Virtuoso. It's a 2/3. When it enters the battlefield, you get 3 energy, and you can pay 3 to create a Thopter. Oh, frickin' boy. That means they're going to have a flyer. The good news is if I can get another turn in here, turn or 2, I can get the Cloud Blazer in. Then we'll be in good shape. Although I still don't have the necessary land for such a thing. Let's see. When Trophy Mage enters the battlefield, you may search your library for an artifact card with a converted mana cost 3. That's weird. Exactly 3. Reveal it, put it into your hand, and then shuffle your library. I can also play this because it has Improvise. That's nice. Just allows me to draw 3 cards. So my options are get this in, or draw 3 cards. Drawing 3 cards seems pretty nice right now. Having the creature in means I could attack next turn. But am I going to attack? I don't even know if I'm going to attack, to be honest. I could go get an artifact. Well, I could play that after. I'm not... it's too early in the game to be worried too much about this. So I'm going to use this and pay 5. Thank God it supports Improvise. Get this a little early. Cool. We got plenty of land, and then we also drew... what was this? Aether Meltdown. That's the... it's a flash spell, which is nice. It means we can cast it as if it were an instant anytime. And we can give something, a creature or a vehicle, -4 power, which seems pretty helpful. We also get 2 energy counters, which aren't particularly useful yet, but could be. Skip attack! End step. Switch turn. They're cracking it on my, at the end of my turn so they can get that flyer. You son of a gun. Next turn, I'll be able to get my flyer in, which is a bigger flyer. But in the meantime, they know that they got me right where they want me. I can't block the flyer, obviously. I don't want to trade with the 2/3 because I've got this vehicle and I need my guy to crew it. So no, I'm not falling for the bait. I'll take the damage. I'm at 16, no problem. Certainly you're playing something on second main, and you are... Oh my god, Jesus help me, it's Chandra. Okay, so this is a wonderful-looking Planeswalker. Let's take a minute to review, shall we? It has 4 loyalty. For +1 loyalty, you can exile the top card of your library. You may cast that card. Wow, if you don't, it deals 2 damage to each opponent. Alright, you can also add 1 loyalty to add 2 red mana to your mana pool. You can remove 3 loyalty, and it will deal 4 damage to target creature. Oh, son of a gun. That's really bad. And for -7, you get an emblem with... Whenever you cast a spell, this emblem deals 5 damage to target creature player. That is absurd. Remember, kids, a spell is a freaking card. If she can get up to 7 and use that, then anytime any card is played, well, that... I guess she casts a card. I'll take 5 damage. So Chandra is bad news. Very, very bad news. Okay. Decides to go up and give herself 2 mana, which she uses then to cast Welder Automaton, a 2/1 construct that can pay 4. It deals 1 damage to each opponent. Oh my god. Okay. It's cool. It's cool. At least I have this dog. I now wish I would have blocked, but whatever. It's not the end of the world. It's not the end of the world. Let's put in a Plains. We have to decide what to do, and we need to decide what to do pretty soon. Aether Meltdown. Brawl's Expertise. Return up to 3 target artifacts and or creatures to their owner's hands. You may cast a card with converted mana cost 4 or less from your hand without paying its mana cost. That is a thing that we can use. It could be helpful. It could be helpful for getting rid of, like if they make a bunch of Thopters, we could use that to return them, and then they would just, you know, go away, because they can't... You can't take a token and put it back into your hand. So that's an option. That's not going to be particularly helpful right this second. What is this? I don't remember drawing this. This is a 4/4 with Improvise, and it has hexproof. This creature can't be the target of spells or abilities your opponents control, which could be very helpful given the fact that one of Chandra's abilities is deal 4 damage to target creature. So Bastion Inventor can actually avoid that, which is kind of nice. Now if I play this, I get to draw 2 cards, which sounds good as well. I've got good cards. I shouldn't be too worried. I've got good cards, and as far as I can tell, I got more cards than they do. Let's put this in. That'll let me block the 1/1 in the air, and if Chandra wants to knock it out of the sky, then it's going to cost her a bunch of loyalty. I get to draw 2 more cards, which is another hexproof guy and another reverse engineer to draw even more cards. Once again, I can't attack alone. Skip attack. Things are scary. I'm not gonna sugarcoat this. Things are a little scary. Having Chandra out on the field is not my idea of a good time. She's got plenty of mana, especially for red at this point. She should be able to do whatever she wants. Not to mention, her Planeswalker can generate it at her whim. Welder Automaton deals 1 damage to each opponent. Exciting. Oh my god. Enraged Giant. Trample and Haste. Oh, Haste! Oh boy! Just what I wanted. Trample Haste. I was just sitting here thinking to myself, boy oh boy, wouldn't it be nice if I could get some Trample Haste in the morning? So good. So here's the deal. I'm watching Chandra very carefully because I'm curious if she's going after that emblem, and right now it looks like she is. And we can't have that. If she gets that emblem, she'll win the game, period. Because she'll only have to play 3 cards, and I will lose. So I'm trying to decide how I'm going to handle this situation. And I've got a sliver of hope, and it's not a good one, but it's a sliver. This is my flying creature. And my flying creature is the only route I have to Chandra. I'm thinking maybe I could do some flying damage to try and keep that loyalty under 7. As far as this stuff goes, 1 damage to each opponent. That's the thing. I really want to keep these guys so I can finally crew this stupid ship. I really need to crew the ship. Really bad. It's pretty vital that I crew the ship, because I can play one of these next time and crew the ship. Oh my god, should I just take 6? I should probably just take 6. Because you can... to each opponent. That's the thing. No, your mana's tapped, so you can't use that extra ability. Wait a minute, wait a minute. Wait a dang minute. The crew cost of this is 6, and even if I use this to block that 2/1, I can put in the Bastion Inventor and I'll still have 6 to crew. Which is good. The main problem there is that I'm pretty limited on exactly what I can accomplish. Otherwise I'd be able to crew the ship and also swing over here, which would be kind of good. This is sucky. I'm not gonna lie, this is sucky. I don't want to think too hard about this. My thinking is that if I block that guy and kill him off now, he can't do his little special thing later to do 1 damage to each opponent. Yep. Yep. Confirm. I'm doing what I can. I'm doing what I can. And hopefully it will work. It's my turn. Okay, so I'm a little scared, which is completely understandable. Does this thing have trample or haste or anything? No, it's just a 7/11. Okay, well, whatever. I'm going to put this in. I've got 6 mana available to me. If I want to crew this thing in any capacity, I got to put the Bastion Inventor out. That's the only way I'm going to get to 6. So, dang. Dang. I wish I would have had spare mana. I could have flashed this onto the Trample Haste guy. And he's probably gonna come after me again, too. I need more mana. Oh my god, I need more mana. And Chandra's getting that loyalty. It's gonna be at least one more turn though, because she's at 6, not 7, so at least I have another turn to breathe. In the meantime, I'm trying to think what is the best course of action here. I could cast a card with converted mana cost 4 or less. That seems like a really good... Yeah, that seems like a pretty good plan. It wouldn't let me crew the ship, but if I played this, I could return up to 3 artifacts, which would be these 2. This one would go away, and that one would have to come back out. And that's not an artifact. Son of a gun. It's not... It could be so much more valuable. That's the thing. It could be more valuable at a later point. I should wait. Darn it. More cards right now isn't going to help me. As far as I'm concerned... Okay. I know what I need to do. It's not what I want to do. I would rather get the Inventor out. But... given the circumstances, I'm thinking maybe I should play the Trophy Mage and Aether Meltdown. And I'll be a little closer to crewing. Okay, let's do that. Okay, I get to choose a card. So I've got really 2 choices. I've got the Aether Sphere Harvester, which is a vehicle. It's a 3/5 flying vehicle, which actually sounds pretty great right now. It can crew for just 1. When it enters the battlefield, you get 2 energy, pay 1, and it gains lifelink until end of turn. That's really great. And then we also have Peace Walker Colossus, which is a 6/6 vehicle, crews for 4, and you can pay 3. Another target vehicle you control becomes an artifact creature until end of turn. So that can make the other vehicle crew basically for 2, because it would just force it to become an artifact creature. These are both good choices. They're actually both really good, because this one, I can crew the other vehicle for just 2, and this one is a flying vehicle that crews for only 1, and that's not bad. Not at all. And you can give it lifelink. God, I'm gonna need that. That's the thing, I'm gonna need lifelink. And it's flying, so I could probably do damage straight to Chandra's face and maybe kill her. As much as I really like the idea of that Peace Walker Colossus, I'm going to go with this. That goes into my hand. And I actually have enough to play that right now, but I don't think that's the best course of action. Ugh. God, that's a tough call to make. I don't want to keep taking damage either. Alright, here's what I'm thinking. I was thinking I was going to use Aether Meltdown on the 4/4 trample, but now I'm thinking this actually might be the better play. Because I could block the 4/4 trample with this. That's what I'm doing. Don't know if it's right, but it's an option, and it's an option I've chosen. So I've got some energy now. Still in main, because I can use this vehicle now if I want. Oh, it doesn't do me any good. Let's continue into the attack step. I'm going to take a swing at Chandra with my 2/2 to get that just a little bit lower. Confirm attack. Nothing can stop me, baby. Boom. Alright. Getting further away from that emblem. Screw that noise. Going to the second main. Don't want to do anything here. Moving on to Chandra's turn. So, I'm going to be taking some damage this turn. Chandra's got more people than me. And she's probably not scared of anything. And what is she doing for -1? Or +1, +1. She played a card. What did you do? +1. Exile the top card of your library. You may cast that card. If you don't, it deals 2 damage. Okay. And is it going ahead and cracking it and doing a damage to me? Whatever. This is all stupid nonsense. What you gonna do? Go into the attack step. Come on, baby. There it is. All right. So here comes some damage. Now, fortunately, these, these vehicles can block. So I'm actually going to go ahead and crew. Choose any number of creatures you control, and it's going to be this one. So now I have a flying 3/5 blocker, which seems helpful. And I can use... The thing is, if I block here... That's what sucks. If I block here, I'm blocking the 4 damage, but I'm not killing that creature. And I think that's what's so upsetting. I could block somewhere else, but then I'm taking 6. But I'm also... But I'm getting rid of a creature. And I can turn that 4 off with that Aether Meltdown thing I have. Okay, I'm gonna block... Jeez. Against my better judgment? Here? That's tough. That's tough. I'm thinking about, do I want to take the 4 damage? Then I'm thinking about the fact that I can use that enchantment and make that 4 a 0/4. Yeah, let's do this thing. And also I can pay 1 to have this gain lifelink until end of turn, which seems like a good move, because then I get 3 life back since I'm going to be taking some. Let's confirm the block, stop the timer, and utilize this ability. There we go. So now I have lifelink. They're activating that ability to do 1 damage to my face. I understand. Damage is dealt. 3 lifelink. 2 damage there. 4 damage there. Oh, how exciting. We leave off with 9. So I have 9, and it's 9 to 20, which is not great. Oh my god! Sky Sovereign, the console flagship. A 6/5 flyer. When it enters the battlefield or attacks, it deals 3 damage to target creature or planeswalker an opponent controls. It crews for 3. Oh my god! I think the game just turned around. Let's put in an island so we can afford to do all of this bullcrap. I'm thinking... Woo! Woo-wee! Oh my god. It's not that the 6/5 is great. It's not that the crew for 3 is great, although it's great. It's the fact that when it enters or attacks, it deals 3 damage to stuff. That's amazing! How much land do I have? I have... Ooh, that seems to be 7. And for 7, I should be able to put the shutdown on that 4/4 and also play the flagship. Okay. Things are starting to feel good. Things are starting to feel good. I think things are going to be okay. It's been scary, but I think things are going to be okay. I absolutely need this thing in there. That's got to go in. And whenever it enters the battlefield, it will do 3 damage to something. It should probably be the Planeswalker. Alternatively, I could do 3 damage to the artifact, and then I could hit the Planeswalker for 2. And I would then make sure I'm getting rid of the... No, she's going to block it. Yeah, I don't need to do that. This is going to work just fine. I'm bringing this son of a gun in. 3 damage to Chandra. They can't deal with that. They can't block that in any way. Now what's going to happen is I'm going to swing at Chandra with the 2/2 in the air, and she's going to block it. She doesn't want that thing to die. That's obvious. And I still have this, which is really great. So what am I going to do? I can even crew. Not that one, but this one. Can crew and do 3. But I don't need to do that right now. Alright, let's go to the attack step. I felt like I was still going to be able to do it, but I was scared. And now I'm not scared. Now it's just like, oh, okay. I can do this. I can make this work. You gonna block? You gonna block? Certainly you're gonna... Yeah, you're gonna block. Alright. That's cool. Because that thing's out of my life. And I'm okay with that idea. I think that's fine. Alright, and I can play this anytime I would play an instant. Seems fine. Continue. I now have the mana saved for that. Complete my end step, go over to their turn. They have a lot of mana, and they still have 4 hand cards, so it's anybody's game. I don't know what they're going to do. They added 1. Windkin Raiders, 4/3 improvise, flying. Oh, fun. Oh, fun. Fun, 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 fun. Fun. What you got? What you got? What you got? Not attacking. Not attacking. Do you see this? Not attacking. Oh, man. Oh, man. On their end step, I really want to get rid of Aether Meltdown and use it, so then I free up my mana to do other things. I think that's a really good call. The question is, which one is it going on? Is it going on the 4/4, which is where I intended it to go, or is it instead going on this new thing, which is a flyer, which could honestly cause me all sorts of problems? One card is flying, one card is trample. They're both bad, but I think flying is probably worse, so I'm putting this on this thing on their end step. Done. Now it's a 0/3, no longer a threat. Cool. Oh, it also gives me energy, which will fuel my my lifelink, which is nice. 8 energy, or 8, I'm not playing Pokemon, 8 land cards. Bastion Inventor. Baral's Expertise. Return up to 3 target artifacts and or creatures to their owner's hands. I still don't really have a need for that. This thing needs to be declared an attacker. It really needs to be declared an attacker, because as long as it's declared an attacker, it deals 3 damage. The problem is right now, they have enough defenders... that they could screw this up for me. If they block... No, wait, I'm flying. Ha! Oh my god, I'm flying! Oh, screw you guys. I can fly in the air, and you're stuck on the ground. Idiots. Oh, this is gonna work fine then. Yeah, they can't get me. Now, this guy can block me, but I'm just going to kill him, and that sounds good too. Ooh, this is so delicious. It's so delicious. I don't even know what to do with myself. Kind of want to play one of these guys just so I can crew another vehicle, because I got all these vehicles. I got so many vehicles. Yeah, my options really, I don't need the expertise, so I'm either going to play the Inventor, or I'm going to get 3 more cards. And both seem fine. Both seem fine. The Inventor's going to help me crew more stuff. It's also hexproof, although at this point it doesn't really matter. Yeah, I can only do 1 this turn. I'm going to go for the Inventor. If nothing else, it's another blocker, and I think that's more important. But I don't need to do it right this second. That's not important. I don't have to do it right this second, so I'll just play it on second main. And for now, I will go ahead and crew these. Well, crew 1. So I definitely want to crew this. Oh, you know what? I'd have to... Didn't think about that. The crew is 3, and both of those are 2s. I'm gonna put the Bastion Inventor in. It's asking me if I want to improvise, and I don't. I would rather not. So that's gonna go in. I'm gonna use that to crew this thing. There we go. So that's gonna be my crew. Oh, hot dang! I got a creature. A 6/5 flying creature that does 3 damage when you declare this an attacker. I think that used to have a mechanic name, because they used that in the original Eldrazi set for the big Eldrazi creatures, but maybe not. Was it Annihilate? I think it was Annihilate, but it was actually worse because you got rid of a permanent. Yeah, I guess it was a little different. So I am going to definitely be having some fun here. I can... Oh my god, it's too good. It's too good. And I can even do some lifelink damage here if I crew. Now I should be careful. I should be a little careful. Because this crews for 6. I could actually use the vehicle to crew another vehicle, but crewing that one wouldn't make any sense. I should probably hold on to these guys. because I'm still going to have 4/4 trample and a 2/1. I should probably not push it. So I think I'm only going to be swinging with the big ship. I think that's going to be my plan. So let's continue. Go to the attack step. And in the attack step, I'm going to swing with the big ship. Select a player or planeswalker. I'm going to be attacking Chandra the player. But, how do I use this ability? Whenever enters the battlefield or attacks, it deals 3 damage to target creature opponent. Okay. I'm assuming it'll let me do that once I declare it an attacker. So I'm going to be swinging at that Chandra. And confirm attack. And it deals 3 damage, and I'm going to go ahead and kill off the Planeswalker. Goodbye, good night, good riddance. Don't have to deal with that thing anymore. So this guy's going to block me, but it's in vain. He is a 0/3, so he dies, but at least Chandra doesn't have to take that 6. Now I'm in second main. I'm good. I'm good. Everything's going to be alright. Now you've got plenty of mana, you got 5 cards. I don't know what you got up your sleeve. Barricade Breaker. A 7/5, which attacks each turn if able. Okay. Can also improvise, which doesn't really matter. Well, actually, they did need it. They had to have the improvise to pay for it. A 7/5 is big, man. I'm not gonna lie. A 7/5 is still a pain in the butt. You swinging? No, you're not. Okay. That's good. I fended them off for another turn. This enters tapped. Sure, go for it. Now I think I could probably use the extra cards. I do not wish to improvise. Just give me those cards if you would. More mana, and oh, this guy came back. Sure, just another person to pilot my ships. Great! I could also play the Bastion Inventor, but I would have to use improvise, and I probably want those vehicles, so I'm just going to put this guy in. Seems good. Alright, now at this point, I have really good board position. The problem is that 7/5, but the 7/5 isn't trample. It's not trample. I can block it with a 2/2. It doesn't really matter, so I'm not super concerned about it. A much better option here is crewing this thing up and doing some damage again, because I can do 3 damage every single time. So let's crew it, baby. There we go. Sky Sovereign is back in action. This would be a good opportunity to get some lifelink back. And it crews for 1. Just 1. And I would still be able to crew this thing as a 7/11 on the defensive, which is pretty spectacular. I'm happy about that. Okay, that seems correct. That seems correct. That's what we're going to do. So, we're going to crew this. And we are going to crew using this thing. And that's where we're going to call it. The 2/2 and the 4/4 are going to stand back in case I need to crew on the defensive for the other ship. So let's move into the attack step, and we got some boats coming, baby. Oh, we got some boats coming. So we are definitely swinging here. And we are definitely swinging here. And I gotta remember to activate lifelink, but I don't think I'll forget. Confirm attack. They're definitely gonna take 9. Because it's in the air. They don't have any way to block anything in the air. Which is really awesome. I have to admit. I'm pretty proud of that. And I get to do 3 damage. I can do an additional 3 damage straight to Chandra. And it's either going to be that or killing off this. And this guy's actually still a problem. He can pay 4 and do a damage to me. And if he had 8, he could do it twice. I don't appreciate that, so I'm going to do it here. Those are my attackers. Declare blockers then. Blockers. And I know that you're not going to have any. Which is so sad. I'm going to give this guy lifelink. Give myself some life. Alright, damage goes through. Very cool. I think that went over well. Now, I'm in the lead, 12 to 11. Good. Things look good. I am satisfied. Alright. I have enough health to actually withstand the 11 damage if I wanted. Of course, that doesn't make any sense, but... What you got? What you got? You've got a Sweatworks Brawler. It's a 3/3 menace. That's not going to help you. That's not going to help you. That is not going to assist you in any way. There's so many of my guys that can freaking fly, man. Embro Gear Smasher. Yeah. If you tap it and sacrifice an artifact, it deals 2 damage to each opponent. Well, that's gross. Can't do that when it's summoning sick, though, so at least I don't have to worry about that. Oh, here comes the 7/5. Okay. I had a feeling that that was going to happen. All right, so we are going to be crewing up this guy then. Going out on the high seas, baby. Cool. Crew it up. Now I get to declare blockers, and I'm going to use my 7-11 ship to block that crazy big one. I'm still going to have to take 4, but 4 when I got 12 is A-okay. They don't have any mana. There's no tricks up their sleeves. Confirm block. That 7/5 is scary, but not really when you got a 7-11. 7-11 is a big freaking creature. Done. Done, 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 done. Which is also what you are. You are done. You are so, so done. Alright, so we have plenty of mana. We got 10 land. That's not even counting the ability to improvise if we need to. This card has outstayed its welcome. We no longer really need it, which is unfortunate. We still have a Bastion Inventor. Okay. Can I win the game? They don't have any flyers, do they? 6 damage. 3 damage. That's 9 damage, and then I can also put the extra 3. That's 12. I win the game. Let's go ahead and move to the attack step after we crew these things. I should probably crew them. Crew that, confirm, stop timer, and put this on the stack. Go ahead and crew this. There we go, confirm. This resolves, top down. There we go, now I've got 2 little friends. Go to the attack step, and we are going to be swinging here and here. To add insult to injury, we can also swing here, but I'm going to hold off on that. We actually should win the game just fine. Confirm attack. The Sky Sovereign deals 3 additional damage, which is going to go... Oh, it's not... Oh, it's not player. Oh, it's creature or planeswalker. Oh, shoot. I could have won the game. If I would have swung with the 2/2, I would have won the game. Piss. Read the card, Steven. Read the card. Well, if I gotta deal with that, then I'm probably just gonna deal damage to this thing so he can't deal 2 damage to an opponent. That seems like the most pressing thing, so let's kill off that. And while I'm at it, see if I can go ahead and activate this ability. Lifelink, because why not? Alright. Well, that takes care of that little thing. And I'm still dealing 9 damage and getting 3 life back. I'm up to 11 again. Yeah, it's not looking good for you. I'm going to go ahead and put Bastion in. Not improvising. Okay, so you lost, Chandra. This is like your last ditch effort to impress me before I cut you down. And I'm not really expecting anything fantastic from you. A Maverick Thopterist. Oh, that's a fun word, Thopterist. A 2/2 improvise. When it enters the battlefield, create 2. Oh. Oh. Now we have a use for expertise. Now we have a use for expertise. How fun. See, that actually would have delayed the game. Chandra probably feels very clever. Because what Chandra did is Chandra created 2 blockers for my 2 airships. Which is, you know, funny that you tried to do that. But I can use expertise and kill them all. So it doesn't matter. Oh, what's wrong? No attackers. Oh, I can't imagine why. Okay. Even more land, but we're good. Put that on the pile. Baral's Expertise. It's a shame because it allows me to cast a card and I don't even need to do that. It doesn't... It's not even important. Let's go ahead and use this. I will be returning this, and this, and this. Goodbye! So, the Thopters just disappear. The other one goes to the hand. Main, I am going to crew this thing up. Of course I am. There we go. That's enough to win the game. Why would I crew the ground one? What the heck, game? That is enough to win the game. Everything else should be fine. Should be fine. But just because I'm somehow paranoid that I'm missing something obvious, I will crew the other vehicle as well. Now they're both crewed, we'll move into the attack step and end this thing once and for all. What a crazy match. What an absolutely crazy match. Like, for a while there, I was definitely concerned. I was like, man, what's... You know, what exactly is happening here? Am I doomed? Am I going to make it? Am I going to live? And when I felt pretty comfortable, and then things were like, starting to level out, and I was like, no, I'm not going to make it. Then I got the Sky Sovereign, and I was like, no, I'm fine. Everything's fine. This is fine. Wow. An invigorating battle, though. Invigorating battle. That was a really good match of Magic. I enjoyed that. That was fun. And maybe we'll get to see the words that come after the match. But with no music. Baral's ploy diverts Chandra away from her renegade companions, allowing the Consulate to retake the Aether Hub. Pia and the other renegades realize defeat is imminent. They manage to tear away a furious but apologetic Chandra just in time to board their airship and escape. It's time to regroup, gather reinforcements, and engage Tezzeret at the Consulate Spire. We're gonna have an epic finale, epic finale, epic finale, but first we gotta get to this one. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next week for another StephenPlays Friday Night Magic.